Donald Trump, one of the world's most illustrious billionaires before serving as the 45th President of America, is someone that everyone knows. But what place could even cater such a prominent world figure like him? Welcome to Bare Luxury, where we inspire you in your journey toward the top. Today, we'll look into Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's personal palace. Mar-a-Lago is a 128-room mansion situated in Palm Beach, Florida. It is located on a stunning 20 acres of waterfront land that spans the entire island it is located on. It is fair to suggest that no home is more recognized or more typical of Trump's opulent lifestyle and lavish taste than this luxury seaside country club, regardless of the fact that he had already lived in the White House, multiple luxury apartments, and several other mansions. The house was built in 1927 at the request of Marjorie Merriweather Post, a wealthy serial heiress. Donald Trump purchased it back in 1985 for $5 million, and just a decade later, he had completely renovated the property into a very premium club with a European palace motif. Due to Trump's accumulated experience in the realm of real estate, he has managed to increase the value of Mar-a-Lago by leaps and bounds. His extensive renovations and additions to the property, which he now calls the Winter White House, includes more than 50 bedrooms, together with scores of baths as well. Today, the property's value is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Imagine turning a $5 million investment into a multi-million-dollar property. The skill required to achieve such a feat is by no means godly. One of the major things that Trump added after he bought the property, which definitely increased its value, was adding his very own 200-square-foot ballroom, where he married his current wife Melania. The addition came with a $7 million gold leaf decor that covered the room in elegance. The massive cost is nothing compared to the revenue it made soon after. The room itself attracted even the likes of his political rival Hillary Clinton. Trump's love of gold, however, goes further than that. He spent about $100,000 on 4 gold-plated sinks. Moreover, he lavishly decorated the mansion's many spaces with chandeliers, vintage oriental rugs, and faded 16th century tapestries. Furthermore, there is a pricey 1927 Steinway baby grand piano that is supposedly worth around $70,000 and $150,000. It's really more of a showpiece since Trump is not exactly known to play any musical instruments at all. But that could be easily due to his very hectic schedule of increasing assets, until he got to where he is today. Trump has also hosted retreats and events for himself as president at the club. He traveled there just for the Red Cross Ball for the first time as President of the United States in early February 2017, and the late Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was received by him the following weekend. He has also lavishly fed and partied for other foreign heads of state at the resort, such as Chinese President Xi Jinping. A further advantage of the property is its close proximity to the Trump International Golf Club in Palm Beach. To cover all costs, Trump has made sure that only the world's richest guests are drawn to Mar-a-Lago. To rouse their interest, he built numerous useful facilities on the resort's property, including a spa, beach club, as well as tennis and croquet courts. Prior to taxes and the minimum $2,000 yearly food expense requirement for each guest at the club, club members used to pay a $100,000 initiation fee and also $14,000 in annual membership fees for access to the estate. And Donald Trump becoming president definitely added value to the property, as his win alone caused the usual membership fee to rise to $200,000, which translated to more revenues for the club. But because of the amenities that come with paying such massive membership fees, the members themselves never felt cheated of their money. The club boasts one of the most palatial pools, beachfronts, dining areas, and lounges to cater grander events. When he was an acting president, however, it was estimated that Trump caused the government to spend a staggering $13.6 million that covered his travel costs to and from Mar-a-Lago. That included the equipment used for surveillance and his protection. Also, the people tasked to oversee all that and the Secret Service that serves as his #1 defense against any immediate threat aimed at him. Overall, Trump may have cost the government over $60 million of taxpayers' money. But he was still within his rights as the sitting president of the most powerful country in the world. It's a privilege that comes with the title of being the most powerful man on the planet. Do you think expensive trips, such as the ones made by Trump and all other presidents before and after him, should continue to be allowed by the government? Share your opinion down in the comment section. Just remember to act decently on the comment section. A future billionaire's task is to make solutions, not create problems. To further understand why Mar-a-Lago holds such prestige, let's take a brief history lesson. The original owner of Mar-a-Lago, Marjorie Merriweather Post, used to be the wealthiest woman in America. She had a total wealth of nearly $200 million near the end of her life, which after factoring in inflation is akin to having $1.5 billion today. After her father passed away in 1914, she acquired the prosperous Postum Cereal Company, which is how she became to be so rich and powerful. She invested $7 million of her wealth to create a symbol of prestige that no one else could imitate, and she intended for it to be a place worthy of kings, queens, presidents, and other country leaders. Post decided to donate the priceless home to the United States government in 1973 so that it may serve as the president's winter white residence. But in 1981, the government returned it, claiming that the $1 million annual maintenance cost was too high. Instead, they decided to declare it a historical landmark, and it is around this time that Donald Trump showed interest in Mar-a-Lago. He even offered to pay a staggering $28 million for the property. But lucky for him, the property was still protected and considered a significant piece of history. Yes, lucky, because soon after being denied the purchase, prices crashed and the entire property was sold to him at a measly $5 million price. Trump spent his savings for the property's renovations, incorporating his own version of wealth into every nook and cranny of the place. Even if we, like many others, think that such a level of exquisite beauty shouldn't be withheld to the public's eyes, Mar-a-Lago remains a private property which only members have the privilege of entering, and it's fairly understandable due to the estate's rich history. It is said to contain hundreds, if not thousands, of intriguing antiques and untold secrets. After all, exclusivity is one of the more proven methods of preserving pieces of history. There are even claims that the property houses a priceless collection of books that no one even bothers reading. After leaving office, former President Donald Trump has chosen Mar-a-Lago as his permanent residence, in which the Secret Service would still continue to protect him, another one of the US President's privileges. You get protected long after your term ends. All he had to do was renovate a bit more, so that the guys from the Secret Service could be accommodated well. He even went and designated a West Wing solely for his protectors. He has to, since it would take extra effort to secure his palace-like mansion. But Mar-a-Lago comes with its own set of problems, especially when its owner is a highly polarizing public figure. Trump has had his many scuffles with Palm Beach throughout his ownership of the property, but everything was resolved due to Trump's temperament of never backing down from a challenge. Whatever the future may bring, regardless if the property would still be able to bring revenue for him, there is no doubt that Trump has fallen for the place, and it's dearly close to his heart. It is more than a statement, it is his home. In life, no matter how much money you make, there will always be a place that's closest to your heart. And no matter where your journey might take you, that something will always pull you back to its bosom's warmth. Our advice? Look for it early in life, and learn to treasure it, as you'll find yourself needing it often in this very taxing journey toward life. Don't forget to leave a like and click on the subscribe button after following our channel Bare Luxury, so you won't miss out on any of our next videos.